The so-called documentary, which was more of a propaganda video, if you like, in a two-part series, was an absolutely disgraceful piece of shoddy journalism with an attack on Narendra Modi, both in his time as Chief Minister of Gujarat and then in his time as Prime Minister. It should never have been broadcast by the BBC, and of course, because the BBC has a worldwide reputation, people think, oh my goodness, this must be true. But it was produced by an external organisation, overseen by the BBC, and then broadcast as the truth. Well, it's far from the truth. I mean, it dismissed, for a start, it actually didn't look in detail at the causes for the Gujarat riots 20 years ago. And it certainly didn't look at the all-important fact that the Supreme Court had thoroughly investigated all the claims against Narendra Modi and found there not a shred of evidence to support them. So, the reality was that Narendra Modi, as Chief Minister, had done his best to try and appeal for calm. He looked to additional police resources, not only within Gujarat but beyond, and eventually he had to call in the army to help to quell the riots. They showed film of him making appeals for calm and encouraging people to not to riot. Yet the slurs that were given were outrageous. And then, of course, put a whole series of different montages together with different people whose I don't know all the people involved, but it was clearly they all had an axe to grind against Narendra Modi. This is a survey where the income tax authorities have looked to gather the evidence to establish if the BBC is doing anything wrong. I would say quite openly it's the BBC's job in operating within India is to make sure they are called with the rules and regulations, and I'm sure it'll be cleared up very quickly. But that's up to the authorities, the tax authorities. It's also up to the BBC to make sure they're called with the rules that operate here.